Welcome back to TheNosePlays Endless Space 2. In approximately 15 minutes, I will be continuing my live stream gameplay of the Horatio game that we started last week. If you are joining me now, please be patient until the live stream begins. Otherwise, there will be a timestamp, so you can skip ahead if you are watching this later on my YouTube channel. So look for that, and until then, have a great evening. Test. All right. I think that's long enough. We'll be getting started here in just a moment. Be loading the Horatio live stream. Hello, Zobo. How's it going this evening? 56. Yeah, that's the right one. Welcome back to the Nose Plays Endless Space 2. We are going to be continuing the Horatio live stream gameplay that I started a couple days ago. And continuing from what looks like to be turn 56. So hopefully I'm able to get a little further than I have in the past. I'm doing much better today. I have struggled the last couple of days with a cold or the flu or something. And it's been kind of rough, which is one of the reasons why I haven't been on. But I'm feeling better tonight, so that's why I'm back. Alright, so I'm going to take just a few minutes to get my bearings here, because it's been almost a week since I played this game. I knew we had done a few things at the end of the last game. I think the main thing that we had finished up doing was taking care of the pirates that were on Pollux. And started shifting our fleets around a little bit. There's a quest over here with some pirates. Very good. SB has some amazing content, and you'll learn a lot from watching him play. So I highly recommend that you continue to do that, and also take some time to read the comments, because there's a lot of really good commenters on SB's videos. Okay. Yeah, Endless Space 2 is a great game. I don't know if you've ever played Endless Space 1 or Endless Legend, but there are definitely some similarities, obviously. 2 is, it's a really deep game, though. There's a lot of mechanics that you'll have to slowly pick up over time. And so hopefully we'll cover some of those today, and you'll get a little experience with that. One of the mechanics that we are about to introduce into our game currently is the mechanic of trade companies, which we are about to finish our first trade headquarters here, and then we're going to have to build a trade subsidiary in order to start collecting some very good income. Since we no longer have pirates in this system, we have some very, very high potential to pull off some good trade. We also might be able to get this system. We did pour a whole bunch of influence or praise into this empire, and so in about 9 turns this will be completely filled up. It looks like the Vaulters have already kind of made friends with them, so it's unlikely that we'll be able to take them, but it's a possibility. What else do I need to do? I got several other things going on. Let's take a look at our systems first of all and sort by population. Alright, so our home system already has 26 population, 18 and 17 on our second and third systems. Everybody's building something meaningful at the moment, it looks like, except for this system, which I'm about to give up. I'm actually going to decolonize this system so we can grab something else. This was a quest system. We used it to get a very nice hero, but a single planet Savannah system's pretty garbage. We're not going to invest anything else into this system. We're just going to get out of here. Alright, law-wise, I think I have the 2 laws that I want to be running. And all of my boosters running that I need run. I'm not really interested in growing more pulsos at the moment. Pulsos are a good population, but only in limited quantities. They're particularly good on planets with anomalies because of the +5 science. This will double to 10 and 2 if you run their booster, so pretty good. Hey, bad helper, how's it going? Back for a little more Horatio. I'm just kind of getting my bearings. I haven't even really started yet. It looks like we're about to start some heavy trading. Our trade company is going to get completed, and then I got to decide where to build my trade subsidiary. I think my first subsidiary might actually be all the way over here in Estra. That provides a very nice route through all my other systems. So we'll just have to see if that's where I want to do it. I might also do it in Volans. Volans is a little more developed and not quite as likely to see combat, which is a little bit of a concern. Alright, let's go ahead and get going. Yeah, we got rid of all the pirates at the very end of last game on Pollux. They're completely gone. I split up our fleets into two groups. One group is heading over here and maybe towards Xenius, or maybe just to put some support on Estra. The other fleet is going to take care of the pirate quests that we spawned up here at Sable. And I believe this fleet is the one with our cool hero and all of our real good ships. This one was the minor faction ships, and then the rest of our beauty bombers are invasion ships. Alright, we got some quests here. We're just going to go with this. Well, I appreciate that, Zovo. Yeah, hopefully you're learning some stuff. I know I've learned a lot from that playthrough as well. And I want to do maybe 1 or 2 more episodes to see if we can't see how good the Umbral Choir can be with their military. Alright, trade headquarters is completed in Artemis. We are starting to kind of overpopulate some of these, but it doesn't seem to be affecting our approval, so I'm going to let it stand for now. If our approval starts to drop, I may start shifting some of these guys out of the maximum overpopulation slots. But until then, I don't think there's any need to do that. There are a number of things that we could build here that would be very productive. We have a lot of luxury resources. And we also have 2 deposits of strategics. So mining would actually be beneficial to this system. This is going to be an incredible amount of approval, which we don't really need in the short term. Yes, the Empire has been consolidated. This entire constellation is currently ours. The one thing that we do want to do is possibly rush out here and grab Deneb very, very soon, just to make sure we lock down all of the major entry points to this constellation. But other than that, I think we're in pretty good shape. Looks like our hero has gained a level. We'll go ahead and give him another point into this, but before I do, let's just check the other ones. Maybe that's not the best one. Plus 10 per hot, and on system would be okay. 10% influence would actually be reasonable. This is approval and food. I think I'm going to go with the influence, actually. Our industry's fine. The influence could actually pay off. We're running negative on influence at the moment, so that's going to help a little bit. And if I'm not mistaken, that hero's still on Mizar, so we're producing a lot of influence here. In fact, what we really want to do is pull just a couple of population off of this system and send them to one of our other ones like Estra. So let's go ahead and choose a destination. Yep. There we we go. I must have clicked on the wrong one. So these guys are going to Estra. That'll be good. We'll refill that almost immediately. Alright, we've got a ship over here. I've got a probe heading that direction. Let's go ahead and send a probe this direction. Wow, that's a good looking system. Let's take a look here. Ice, Arctic, Arctic, barren, and barren. Okay, that's less good than I thought it would be. Yeah, I would highly recommend just getting the base game to start with. The DLC's good, and it adds quite a bit to the game, but I don't think it's 100% necessary, especially if you're just getting into these kind of games. It'll give you a chance to kind of learn the base mechanics before you need to start worrying about some of the other ones. Alright, we found another Vaulter system over here. And we are out of movement with that ship. No worries. It does help if you type smaller messages and break those up into smaller pieces, because the chat will cut off some of your words, you might notice. So the chat box that I have doesn't allow for super long messages, but sometimes I can go back and read it on the Twitch channel later. I just don't have that up on my screen right now, so. Alright. Anything else we need to get done right this second? We do need to get our trade going. I'm going to go ahead and bank on this system sticking around for a long time. That means that we're going to go ahead and accelerate our trade company just a little bit. This is our subsidiary. So the way trade works, once you unlock your first trade company, you have to first build the headquarters and the subsidiary. And what that will do is it will make a chain that will go the shortest route, typically, that it can possibly go between those two systems. Every system that it passes through will give you a little bit of dust and other resources. There's some weird mechanics where systems also include any other systems that they're attached to, but it's not really clear exactly how that works. So for example, this system and this system are right next to Estre, so we might get some of the resources that are on those systems in small quantities, but not necessarily. And I don't know how having another player own this would work, but we'll find out. So that'll get done in a few turns, and we'll have our first trade route going. And then we want to start pouring dust into that trade route so that we can level it up faster. We've almost got this completely, what's the word? Ownership. We almost have the ownership completed here, which means we can finally get rid of this. And that will open up a slot for us to maybe grab Deneb. What I think I'm going to do is go ahead and build one of these so that we can head over here and colonize that ASAP. And we have some empty construction in a few places. Alright, what do we got here? Ooh. Seismic activity has been fixed. So now that it's blue, that basically means it's been fixed. It no longer has the negative penalty. That was something we were able to research earlier. What can we do in this system? We have 1, 2, 3 hot planets, so this building's actually pretty decent for us. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it in the queue for now. We also have this ash planet with some anomalies and this planet with some anomalies, so this is actually pretty useful. And we have some other curiosities that are locked. So we're going to need a scout over here eventually to get these unlocked, probably. We have not. We have to build that population up. I did send them over to Mira, I think. In fact, they may still be traveling. Let's see. I don't see them over here. We sent them somewhere. Oh, this is them here. Right? Destination Estra. Nope, that's the 3 Horatio. I'm not sure where I sent those guys. I went ahead and I sent them off. Maybe to Mizar? Nope. Not in Mizar. Oh, I sent them to Perseus. That's where. Did they make it here yet? I don't think so. Alright, let's zoom in here and see if I can find them. Well, I know we sent them somewhere. Oh, they're right here. Here they are. Yeah. So this minor faction is heading over to Perseus. When we get enough of them, and it looks like in order to splice we need 6 now. Is that the new... Where can I find that? Well, it's 2, 4. I'm pretty sure the next one's 6. So we're going to need to get those guys leveled up quickly. In order to do that, or not leveled up, but populated quickly. In order to do that, what we may end up doing is buying a bunch of dust water, or whatever their luxury booster was, and trying to get their population to grow faster that way. This system has a bunch of hot worlds, so this is a really good building for this system. You can see we almost can't even keep up with our technology. Mizar has a lot of opportunity. We're going to go ahead and throw both of these in the queue for now, since we don't have anything else going on. So in 2 turns, we're going to get a whole bunch of industry, and we're going to get these knocked out very quickly. That's also going to level our hero up pretty quickly as well. Look at all that population growth. Beautifying the galaxy 1 Horatio at a time. Yeah, that's absolutely going to happen. Okay, so we hacked Zinnius. I need to minimize that and look at this. Zinnius is a system that we are interested in taking over. What is going to be the best thing we can do with a hack to Zinnius? I don't think embedding a sleeper makes a lot of sense, but I don't know what else we would do there. It would be nice to know if embedded sleepers help a system switch ownership faster. That would actually be kind of a neat mechanic. I think we are going to go ahead and embed a sleeper for now. That'll at least give us eyes on this system, and we can see that it is pretty garbage as a system, and not one that we would probably want to take. However, they do have Calgaroos, and Calgaroos are a interesting choice for splicing, because they do provide a pretty solid boost to approval in that splice. We also have a Sophon over here, and some Calmats. Oh, this is that Calmat system, I think. So I think this system was originally Calmats. It was a minor faction system that they ended up taking over. Okay, these guys are interesting. They give you small amounts of bandwidth. I don't know what the Horatio splice for them is, though, so it might be interesting to take this system over just to see what that is. I think we have a very good shot at taking over Zinnius. I really need to find where the rest of the Sophon Empire is. And that's maybe what these ships are going to be doing, but we'll see. Looks like we got machine bacteria. That is an interesting technology. If you're not familiar with machine bacteria, it's all the way over here. And it provides you 2 very good upgraded probe types that are really, really powerful compared to what you typically get. We should definitely consider upgrading our scout ships to using these probes. In fact, our scout ships probably don't need more than one. These regenerate much more quickly. The cooldown is 1 per turn for this probe, and it's actually 2 per turn for this probe. So it says 2 turns, but it's 2 per turn, where this one is 1 per turn. And that has to do with the Explorer feature. So the typical recovery rate is accelerated on a Explorer class ship. If you were to put these on other ships, they wouldn't replenish as quickly. But I think just one of those is good enough, and that would allow us to throw something else on here. And I think a cloak might actually be a reasonable upgrade for this type of a ship. I don't think we have any better engines than the 2 ram scoops. These are amazing engines, and I have verified on camera at this point that the 25% bonus does stack, and so it's actually more beneficial than grabbing, say, one of these and one of these, because that bonus does stack. But I think this is what we're going to do. This will make a really reasonable scout ship, and we may even build one relatively soon here. Yes, we absolutely do. And in fact, you may or may not remember from last game, we got this one for free. This was a free technology that we picked up at the end of last episode. And then I went ahead and I activated this one as our next research. So in just a few turns, we're actually going to have both medium class ships that we can start utilizing. And that's going to be very good for the war we're about to start. Alright, we got attacked by these quest pirates. We should have no problem taking them down. We're just going to go power to shields, and we'll go ahead and watch it because why not? I want to see all those missiles. Go to the overview camera for a second. Zoom in on these guys. There we go. Alright, we still have a little bit of damage on a few of our ships, but I don't think it's a big deal. We got a lot of missiles coming in. You also saw a few torpedoes, so you can see that torpedo right there. That's a very powerful missile, and if the flat cannons are unable to get a lock on it, it's basically an instant kill. So it took a little bit of damage, but not too much. And that completes that quest for another big cache of titanium. And now this fleet needs to probably also head over to Zinnius, but I want to take a look at this first. So we're just a little bit shy on the maximum amount of manpower that this ship has. We do gather manpower even in systems that are not our home systems, but I believe we gather it quicker in a home system. I do want to take a look here. It looks like one of our ships in this fleet has probes, and I'm guessing it's probably our hero. Nope. It is not our hero. That's curious. So if it's not our hero, then which ship is it? Is it the Tools? No? How do I have a probe? a little bit confused by the probe. Huh. Oh, weapon 4. No. He doesn't have a probe either. Huh. What am I missing here? Why do I have a probe? Very confusing. Is this a hero ability? It is. +1 maximum probe stock on ship. So he just has a probe naturally. Alright, well I was going to upgrade that probe with the mechanized bacteria, but no need to do that. What we need to do is get this fleet over here as quickly as possible. Let's stop in Volans just for a second. Once we get over there. Alright, we've got... I'm going to save this probe and we will use it after we get down this lane. I'll send it down that way and then we'll probably head down here next turn. Alright, we've discovered
in the name of the heart
the Unfallen.
And of harmony. The Unfallen greet you.
So the orange player is the Unfallen, and they are over here somewhere. I've seen 2 of their ships now, it looks like. We may or may not have to deal with them. They are on the other side of the Vaulters currently, and they aren't typically aggressive, but they can get aggressive if they happen to get their systems on top of yours. They tend to use Pacific conversion a lot, which is really annoying.
Careful, you're messing with the smart ones.
Yeah. We're going to ask them to remove that outpost and see what they do. They're probably going to say no.
Your actions will only make the war more painful.
That's fine. We can reduce the cost to go to war, which I think we should probably do. Because I think we're about to go to war in the next 10 turns. Yeah, it gets pretty crazy. The wormholes in particular, when you use a small number of constellations, which is what we did on this map, can get a little out of hand. And that's why I choose low node connectivity usually. Whenever I do many constellations. Otherwise it would be even worse than this, believe it or not. Alright, what else do we need to do? We had a beautifier coming up. It's almost ready. Trade network's on the way. This system is not quite there. Maybe one more turn. Oh, we have some hacks. Alright, what are we going to hack? I guess I could hack more sleepers. Just keep hacking sleepers for now. 6 turns, huh? That's probably not okay, but we could go like that. Wow, 17? That seems like an awful long time. I believe all of our planets are modernized to rank 2, but we may be really close to getting rank 3. Alright, let's go ahead and hack this system, I guess. Why can I not hack that one? Oh, there's already one going there. Well, this is annoying. I guess I'm going to hack from here then. 13 turns? That seems like an awful long waste of time, but I don't have a lot of other options, so that'll work for now. Yeah, this one's level 2, and that was one of our last systems we colonized, so they should all be upgraded to level 2. In fact, I think we can check that here. Colony level 2, everybody. What we do need to check, however, is we're not quite ready for level 3. So technology-wise, we need one more tech to unlock level 3, which should probably be our next technology. Whatever we end up grabbing. I do like the idea of behemoth tech. These percent bonuses would be really powerful. Hiring heroes and getting reduction to buyout costs is okay. This actually might be worthwhile. How quickly could we get this done? What if we move this up in the queue straight to the front? Impactless sites allows us to exit that planet with a colony ship. Let's do that. We'll only lose a couple of turns, but we'll get a free colony ship out of it. And I think I can put that to use. Plus we need a tech over here anyways. We may use Jadonics again for level 3. We may sell some Jadonics and try using something else. What all do we have income of? We don't have any income of that. We have a small amount of income on the blue cap mold, and actually a small amount of income on the approval, but nothing else at the moment. So probably going to use Jadonics and one of those other two. And it'll probably be determined by what's on the market. Hostile trace has been detected. I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, this system's filling up, still at 100% approval. I guess we can go ahead and grab those for now. And what else? Maybe just 3D public printing for a little while. We don't have any real use for this yet. It will provide a small amount of science, but I'll probably wait till the system's completely full before I bother with it. This is interesting. I don't remember what the remnant splice is, but I think I would like to take it. We don't really need the approval, and this population gives us something else to work towards for our splicing. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab these guys. We now have access to Void Stone, which is going to be their booster, almost certainly.
The Hive cares little for the interests of our...
Okay. So we've also found the Cravers. I don't want to hang out where the Cravers are. I think it makes sense to go ahead and head this direction for the time being. It looks like I do have a probe. Nowhere really good to send it, but I'll send it out that way since we're going to head down this way anyways. And we're almost to the point where we can buy the quest and see if maybe that's something we can sneak away from the Vaulters, which would be good. This system is becoming very close to being part of our empire. Not as a system necessarily, but inside of our influence bubble, which means that pirates are unable to spawn there. It also means that other players are unable to colonize there, I believe. Alright, we could go ahead and get rid of this, but I'm going to wait 2 turns for Impactless Sight so we can get a free beautifier. And I'm probably going to send that over to... We saw a couple good systems that way. Like, Shaddai had a lot of planets, but not a lot of good resources. Regulus has some good resources, but it's kind of far away. We may just end up taking Kerr and Deneb. It's not ideal, but... Quest in Mira? Let's take a look. I think, it's probably this. Because we grabbed those new population, this is probably completed. But I'm not certain. Let's take a look. I'm not seeing a quest here. And I don't... Oh, there is. But it's not showing up as a curiosity here. Our fleet is traveling there right now. Where are they at? He has a probe, so we can go ahead and redirect this fleet over here and use that probe. It's not showing up as something that I can click here. Yeah, it's right here. Alright, so the hero will take care of that. Our hacks are both a long ways away from having anything useful go on. I do have some encryption I can throw down over here. That's probably worthwhile. And we're up for an election. I think we're going to be just fine. I do need to figure out where those remnants ended up. Alright, so this got completed. This is going to get done in 2 turns now. Horatio, Mizar is completely full again. This guy leveled up. More influence. I like that. Yeah, just more influence on planet will be good. We can move him around to help increase the rate at which he gets influence bubbles. We've moved up to a new relation level with the sowers. And the Horatio population boost has ended. We need 63 red sang to increase the booster once again. Remnants. That's actually a really good splice. So we definitely want to get Voidstone and try to splice these guys. The Eider that we were looking at earlier, I think, was just +2 dust. So... Alright, so we need to get a bunch of red sang. And some Voidstone. Nobody has any Voidstone. There is a little bit of dust water. There's a lot of blue cap mold. And a ton of Transvine. So Transvine's probably the one we're going to end up using. Although it seems like that's less valuable at the moment because we're sitting on really high approval right now. I think I needed 63 of this. So we can just buy that out. The dust water, there's only 2 here. I'm going to go ahead and buy both of them. Because I'm almost certain that the Eider were dust water. And then the blue cap mold. If I bought all 96, that would be 4.4k. We could sell like half of our Jadonics in order to get there. So like, if we sold 170 Jadonics. Wow, we're not getting as much for that now. So, all of that, yeah. Alright. We're just going to have to rely on our trade route to help get us back into a good spot there. So I think what we're going to do, Impactless Sites is going to be done next turn. We're going to use Blue Cap Mold and Jadonics, probably. And we've discovered the purple player.
You did well, comrade.
Okay. United
The
Empire.
welcomes all.
And Psychagoja. That's unfortunate that we're not going to be able to get on any of these endless planets that we've seen so far. This was something we just recently crossed the line on. Generate 297 science per turn in one of your systems. We're at 247 in this system currently. I don't know if this will be enough to push us over that cap, but it'll be close. I don't have any other science buildings that I can build here. I do need to move this hero off of this system and onto another one soon, though. He's in Artemis. Yeah, Artemis, as soon as I get Artemis to expand to cover this node, we're going to move him to another system. Maybe Volans. Volans needs to do something else. These guys should actually be over here. Let's switch that up. That's better. Now we're getting all the science from these guys because of the anomaly. Yeah, this system isn't doing much. But I think I do want to continue to run this for a little while. One thing that somebody was talking to me about in the comment section or in the Discord chat, I'm not really sure where I had this conversation. Pollux is one of the ex-pirate systems, yes. And I believe we might use that free beautifier that we're going to get from Impactless Sites to grab that one before I grab the other one. But this is providing extra food on this system for now, so it's probably okay. Moving our hero here wouldn't be the worst thing in the world either, because he'll help with the food. Let's go ahead and move him over. No, I don't want to move him over here yet. I want to keep him over there in case he's a... he may be contributing some science. It doesn't look like he is, but what we could do is just move people onto the science planets. That might actually get us close. And then with this, that might push us over the line for that quest. That would be really good if we could get the sowers, because that kind of puts a nice connected empire again. This will be our border, but we'll get some ships to defend it. And then we don't have to rush quite so quickly to grab these two. I think Pollux is probably the one we want to grab of the two. Ugh, those are terrible systems, though. What do we have here? A gutted pirate lair. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, this would be a terrible system other than the average deposit of adamantium, but... So, I have to think about that. This may not be worth taking. It might just be better to let this system envelop it and prevent anybody else from getting it. But we'll see. What does Kerr have besides curiosities? Ash, desert, and yeah, this is pretty bad as well. Deneb I thought was okay though, right? A large desert. This is actually okay for a Horatio player because the negative approval penalties for these planets is offset slightly by our approval bonus for living on hot worlds. So we could actually get along here better than most other factions would. So yeah, I think we're going to send one of our beautifiers down there for sure. We'll go ahead and get this one locked up. And then I'll have to decide what I'm going to do with the one that we grab from here. I was going to grab Kerr. Pollux probably looks a little bit better just because of the strategic resource. And I don't know what else looks good. We could get another curiosity. I don't think they will before we're able to envelop it, but if they do, it'll give our medium class ships something to do once we start building those. I've already got one system completely idle at the moment, just because I'm running out of things to build. So if we needed to produce a fleet very quickly, Volans is going to be able to get that started. So I'm not too worried about it. Oh, here's where it is. 2 of 6 for splicing. So it is 6 for the next one. I don't know where these guys are at, though. I guess we're just going to have to go through each of our systems until we find them. Pulsos in that system. Here we go. This is where they ended up. +2 unhappy, +1 industry. Yeah, there's no reason to really move them off anywhere else. 6 and 4. This is really the best system right now for anybody to be on in this system. In 2 turns, we'll get our trade company going. I could go ahead and maybe throw this down here. Just so we're getting some more influence and growing that bubble faster. Alright, we'll just continue with the ecologist for now. Power to the people. That will help. Let's take a look at that law. Power to the people. +2% science per spliced population on systems. We've currently spliced 2. We're almost to 3. That's a 6% increase to science. But it does cost a lot of influence to run that law. We won't be able to run that law indefinitely. The one thing that I did forget to do last turn was this. Oh, we have Jadonics for these guys. I'll go ahead and pop it for them. What is the sower splice? +1 food and minus depletion points per turn on a planet. Depletion is an effect that cravers cause to systems. These guys can actually reverse it. I still think this is the one that we want, and I don't have any way to boost them. Alright, one of these two has got to go. +2 per population on anomaly, +5% per anomaly on colonized, +2 per population, and reduction to the cost of boosters. I think we're probably going to get rid of this, but let's see if we've finished that quest. Alright, so this has been finished. We'll now finish the medium ship that we were working on. We can now do our system upgrades. Empty construction up here. I mean, I guess luxury resources, and then that, and then dust. Mizar's full again, so we need to pull people off of Mizar and send them somewhere else. I think we're going to send these guys from Mizar to... let's see, Canis or Estra? The last one we sent to Estra. Maybe we'll send this one to Canis. Canis is the new system we just took over with the sowers. Yeah. So change this to Canis. Confirm. 3 new population heading to that system. And then let's get this system under control now, since we did kind of steal it right under the nose of the vaulters. They already have some things built. Interesting. Okay. Let's get these colonizations done. They have a hot world. They also have a strategic deposit, and the food buildings would be good as well. We did manage to get above the quest line for this, so we obtained the minor civilization for that quest. Obviously. And now, we really don't need this guy up here anymore. So I am going to go ahead and pull him off of this system and send him over to... I'm either going to send him over to Mira or to Volans. I think we're going to go to Mira first because I really want to get Pollux covered. So we'll add him to that system. That's going to increase the amount of influence that we're creating per turn, and make sure that we get this bubble big enough to cover this system. Alright, things that we need. So one of the things that we need that we probably should have already built, we need another one of these. We could have done this a few turns ago and I just didn't do it. We can also get that completed. And then I guess we have enough population now that it makes sense to get this. Even though we don't really take a lot of advantage of it, it's still +1 industry per population. So we'll go ahead and add it to this system for now. Alright, we got a lot of fleets that need to do things. A second fleet commander might be worth looking at. I'm going to go ahead and put him down on the Ash World so we can start collecting antimatter. Even though the Desert World's probably the better choice. This is only going to take us 5 turns to colonize. We got some ships. Let's take a look. We got a Chamber, which is a medium class ship, and 2 smaller ships. Where would I like these ships to be? I think what we're going to do with these ships is just leave them here for the time being. They can kind of be a defensive first contact to our back door, and also give us very quick, if we need to get over here to Deneb to defend that system, a quick response. They're not going to be very powerful, and we'll probably end up selling them at some point. My hero can go ahead and do this quest now. Alright, this objective was achieved. We got a new building, which produces even more food and approval. And some heroes. New objective. Possess at least 8 fertile planets in your empire. We're at 4 of 8. So we're going to have to find some systems that have fertile empires, or fertile planets, sorry. Okay. That should be easy enough to do. Impactless sites is done, so we can finally do this thing. But at least we'll get a free whatchamacallit, and before we do that, we might as well ship off our population, right? So where do we want to send these guys? Perseus is probably fine. Actually, let's send them to one of the, like, Canis or something. Estra? Yeah, we'll send it to Estra. That will just make sure that we're taking maximum advantage of that. The other thing that we could do is we could demolish these and get back a little bit of dust. Impactless site still happens in 1 turn. So if you ever do this, it's a real important thing to go ahead and make sure that you do take maximum advantage of everything. Sell off all your stuff, move your population if you can. Yeah, food is really crazy. So now we have a new building we can build in all of our sites. We got this guy. And we're going to throw him down in the queue of every system we own. This system we haven't paid attention to in a while, I can see. Let's go ahead and get that done. What is the best planet for everybody to be on right now? It looks like this one. So we'll just move everybody over there for the moment. Alright, food-wise, let's see. Let's get predictive logistics. This is actually really good. 2 food buildings, 3 food buildings. That's a really good building. All of this stuff needs to get done. It'll happen as it happens. Alright, Mira's got stuff to do. We're going to grab that and move it towards the front of the queue. This system is almost completely full. Getting very close to it at least. Get a probe and keep moving our scout. Alright, we're really close to getting stuff done here as well. Unfortunately, I'm just not finding very many fertile planets. Like, we just haven't seen a bunch of them. Alright, this site, we'll throw that in the queue, and that in the queue, and that in the queue. All these things can get done. I've already done this one. That can happen. Actually, let me go back there for a second. Okay, we still got a couple population slots, and then we need to start shipping these guys off as well. I think that's all of them. Everybody's queued up for a good long while either way. Alright, now this fleet needs to figure out what it's doing. And I think we're heading over here. Let's just head over here first, I guess. Do I have... I don't really have better engines or anything for that fleet yet, do I? Alright, this fleet is here. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to move all of these guys out of here. And we're going to send them back over this way. And they'll merge up with that fleet and be part of it. And then these guys, I'm going to head all the way over to Estra, and we're going to utilize them to maybe stop this. He's going to have this in 10 turns. We might be able to completely shut him down and get rid of his colony on that system, which would be good. If we do get attacked, we're going to have to retreat, but we should be able to retreat to friendly territory. He's not going to like our blockade, but I don't know that there's a lot he can do about it. And we do have military ships moving in. Once we get to Volans, we're going to need to get eyes on his fleet, which it looks like his fleet's moved off of this system. Or he removed my sleeper. Clearly he removed my sleeper. Well, that sucks. Yeah. The way that the hacking system works, where the AI basically always knows whether you have sleepers on their systems or not, is kind of lame. Alright, so now the question is, what do we do with this guy? There's no fertile planets down that way. Deneb's already taken care of, so it's either Kerr or Pollux. I mean, at least we're getting something if we go there. I guess the other option is we send him up this way. This is a medium barren. Yeah, if it were a fertile, I would consider it. Huh. Alright, well, let's move this over here for a second, so we can demonstrate. Interesting. Why am I unable to blockade? Is it because none of these ships have a gun? It must be. Even though we have all that siege damage, we can't actually utilize it? Well, that's kind of lame. How quickly can I get a ship built over here? Even if it's just a tool. 3 turns. Huh. Three turns feels like too long. What about a revealer? 3 turns on that as well. Alright, what if I create a new ship type? Nope. Nope. Yes, I want to build one of these. And the only thing I really want to put on it is a gun. And then maybe an engine and 2 of those. And we'll call it Sieger 2. I don't know, something like that. How much does one of those cost? Still 3 turns. Alright. Well, we'll try to rush it and get it over there. We picked up a random technology because we managed to do... Or no, this is a new quest. Produce a ton of food or industry, or a ton of science and industry. This is probably easier. And we've got this objective achieved because we got new minor pops somewhere. From something. Alright, where's that at? Alright, we ran into pirates, unfortunately. We'll just retreat and see if we can't save this ship. Probably not. So if we head over there, where's the next logical... I guess we'll just leave those pirates and head back down this way. That ship's probably not long for this world. These guys can just sleep for a moment. They can't do anything. If I could get... I don't think it's worth taking this over, though. It's no better than the system we just left, really. Two tiny planets and a giant warm gas. You know what? I'm gonna head that direction. But I have curiosities here, and those curiosities might make this a little bit more enticing. It's going to take us a while to get over here anyways. So let's just go ahead and start moving for now. And see what we can do. This may be where I end up going. But if we see what those curiosities are, I can always change direction and head back to Pollux. If they're no good. That's what I think we're going to do. We're about to get both sets of medium-class ships, so we'll be transitioning to military tech again. Get everybody moving. Got 3 curiosities over here. Antimatter. And improved opal lasers. Interesting. I kind of like the antimatter better. We already have a pretty good amount of this coming in. We don't have any of this coming in yet. So yeah, I think that's the right call. We're going to go to Kerr instead of Pollux with this ship. And it looks like next turn, if not already, Pollux is going to be part of our empire. So we won't have to worry about pirates respawning in that system. Extreme atmospheric, this will give us the ability to mine that. That definitely needs to be in the queue. We also need to keep an eye on this. We're already at 4 of 6 for sowers. I don't think we want the sowers. We did get the Endless Research Park, and the Intergalactic Technology Institute is next on the docket. That hero gained another level. Decisions. I'm gonna go with the approval because we are gonna run we are going to want to run some more expensive laws. One of the things that we're gonna do is probably drop this law. We're already back to positive, so I'm gonna drop this law. And I'm actually going to insert brains for bucks because we're making good income now. Our trade subsidiary should be completed, which means I should be able to zoom out here and show you guys that we have a nice trade network running through all of these systems. And if we jump over to here, we can see that we're bringing in about 144 dust per turn, but we can increase that greatly by dumping a bunch of dust into here. So the more dust you dump into here, the faster these grow and the faster they level up. Once this unlocks, we'll get another trade headquarter and another subsidiary that we can drop. and I'll show you how beneficial that can become, because each one creates trade routes to each other one, which is really powerful the more of them you get down. It's not a linear arrangement. New event. Lots of approval or lots of industry. We're going to go with lots of industry. Yes, it is. And that is the other thing that we're going to be looking at, although I just spent a bunch of our dust, so we're probably not going to be able to buy out too many things. But I was thinking that we probably wanted to go with these two. So we go with Jadonics and mushrooms. I need 75. I have 52. So that's 23. We could probably get enough to... Probably get enough for 23. Let's see, 23. Yeah. Alright, that will give us our first one. Now, where do we want it? Looks like we have a green player over here in our territory. That would be the Sophons. The system that I think I want to put that down in first is actually all the way out here, because the extra industry is going to help get this system off the ground a little quicker. Unfortunately, that's going to push that back too many turns, so we're going to have to do it this way. Alright, this guy has some curiosities he can search. Hyperium Analyzer. And just some science. Alright, population-wise, where are we at? Not quite completely full, so we don't need to move people off of here yet. Mira should be close to it. Now we still got a whole nother planet. 5 planet systems are great when they're all like medium or better. Just so much population. Artemis is pretty close to being ready to ship people off to other systems. Alright, those are the 3 that are going to be furthest along at this point, so... we can totally attack this detector, and I think we should. He's probably just going to retreat. Weapon-wise, we have long-range weapons on all of our ships, so this is probably the best battle tactic. Alright, he retreated. I'm not sure which direction he retreated. Looks like he's going this way. Yep.
Your actions will only make the war more painful.
We will refuse.
Your actions will only make the war more painful.
And we're really close to being able to declare war on these guys. Are we going to get this guy? He's at 7. 2 turns away from that. I might be able to get this, but we'll see. I'd really like to stop him if I could. This ship's got a probe. Where else do we have curiosities? Anywhere? Unfortunately, no. Nowhere over here, at least. Alright, so this guy's mission is to get down this way and start scouting over there. Oh yeah, let's turn our stealth on while we're at it. This guy is going to head down this lane. And these guys are just going to sit tight for another turn or 2. Alright. Now, we don't have enough blue cap mold to do much else. But, can we buy any more? Like, how much can I buy? 14 is not even close to the 75 we need. So it's probably best to just wait and let this price maybe come back down a little bit. We are making some, so we will get there naturally. Alright, Mizar and Artemis both need to ship people off. We could sell some. We actually have a lot of strategics we could sell if we needed to. So let's go to Mizar first and let's grab 3 population pips. And let's send these guys off to somewhere. Canis is probably okay. He's leveled up again already. We could jam their commands. I don't want to do this just yet. I think Moses, I think we create a back door here. And then I can hack into their empire if I need to. And then we're going to create a new hack to Zinnius and hopefully time it in such a way that we're able to use that ground battle tactic. I already have a hack to Zinnius, I guess. I went from here to here. So we can actually just hack from here to there and see what we get. Alright, now we got another hero. I don't think it really matters all that much which hero we get. Counselors actually have reasonable ships for heroes. Let's take a look at this guy. He is a Horatio, right? That makes sense. We would probably want to take the most beautiful hero if we had to take one, right? Alright, so we can throw a repair module on this guy. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take the Horatio hero. And then for the time being, I may just put him in charge of this fleet. And then we'll grab the XP per turn, because this is really the only way that he can enhance that fleet. So the XP per turn allows those ships to level up and get a little bit more powerful, which is beneficial. Religious party leader? Yes, he is a religious party leader, I believe. So we could switch to the religious party if we wanted to. I'm not sure how important that is to me at the moment. This system's still got a lot of stuff to get done. The Sieger's kind of slowing us down just a little bit, but... Alright, the cloak was probably a good idea. And it looks like we've not reached a dead end. And I actually have pretty good eyes on that. Alright, this will be done in one turn. So next turn I should be able to move that ship over, and then we should be able to blockade, and we might be able to remove this outpost. Yeah, we do have a lot of options now that we have multiple heroes. Unfortunately, I haven't put any of the global traits on the other two heroes yet, but we could if we wanted to switch. Alright, the other thing that we want to continue to do every couple turns is come over here and either buy a bunch of blue cap mold or pour a bunch of dust into one or both of these. So I think we are going to come over to the marketplace and sell off a bunch of things. I could have sworn it was dust water that was the eider, but apparently it's not. Oh, it is. Never mind. I'm going to go ahead and pop that then. Thought I looked at that earlier and it wasn't, but clearly I was mistaken. Alright, these guys are both really close to being approval positive, so we're going to move some approval buildings up in their queue. And actually, what we're really going to do is just move off of these crappy planets and onto ones that are less crappy. We're not on gas yet, but he'll be able to get on gas soon. There we go. Now our approval's fixed over here. We got a lot to get done. I guess I can move this back down here a little ways. Alright, back to here and this system. And what can we do for approval over here? So, not much. I can move... Can't move you out at all. So we're just kind of stuck until we get... Infinite supermarkets could help. Alright. Not going to worry too much more about it. I think I moved my hero over here yet? No? Is he still here? He is. Yeah, I think I'm going to sell off a bunch of strategics. Probably about half of all of our strategics here in a second. I do want to move our hero over here, I think. Oh, he's locked for another 5 turns. Never mind. It is nice that we have different parties, and they're all Horatio heroes. That's kind of cool. Alright, so... we can actually head over there. He can actually head over there. Yeah, that's probably good like that. Alright, back to here. And let's sell off like half of everything. So I can sell off, say, like 150 of that. And 110 of that. Like 59 of that. I'm not going to sell off any of this because we don't have a lot of it. And we do have a little bit coming in. But now I have 35k. And so now we can go to luxuries. And I can buy 75 of those. Jadonics we have. So we can find a system that we want to upgrade. I kind of want to save it for Deneb. Deneb's going to be an colony in 2 turns, and putting both Tier 1 and Tier 2 system development down right away is going to help this grow really quickly. So I think I'm going to save that blue cap mold for that system. We just need to remember to do it. And that means what we really need to do with the rest of this dust is just throw as much of it into here as we can. All right. All right, I finally have to pick another technology here in a second. Get this ship out and over here. now, because I have at least one weapon on one ship, I can perform a blockade, which does completely destroy this outpost in one turn. So the text is incorrect here. When it's showing you the skull, that means this is the number of turns until it decolonizes. So we'll remove all of the work that they've done on that outpost, and they won't be able to do much about it. None of our systems are capped, so we don't need to move population this turn. Keep ships away from Perseus, that should happen.
Our purpose is to kill.
They are threatening us. Pirates have caught up with our revealer again. That one's dead. I think I clicked the wrong button and didn't retreat.
Sign the deal.
I need to... No, this is a quest behemoth. It's part of one of the quests. So it's not a big problem. I need to figure out where he's at. So the blue player, he's all the way over here. Yeah, we're not going to be signing any deals. Alright, we've got a bunch of pirates attacking us. I have a feeling that we've been pirate marked. Are we? We are not pirate marked. Unfortunately, I did not upgrade his ship when I set him down here. So this is probably going to go rather poorly for us. Okay, well, let's see what they've got. So they're running some combination of missiles. We do have a medium-class ship. Boy, I really wish I had upgraded his ship. Because I just don't know what our other ships are equipped with to know what the appropriate tactic to even use would be. I think we do something like that. Nope, won't let me do that. So I could do that. So they have a medium class ship too. I didn't see that. Yeah, this is a retreat. That is not the direction I would have anticipated you to retreat to. And you've made it incredibly difficult for me to get home now. Well, I guess we'll head over this way first. I don't want to lose that hero right away. I need him to level up. Alright. What else can we do this turn? Anything exciting? I don't think so. But we do need to pick a new technology. Military tech's probably the technology we want to start focusing on. We now have both medium-class ships. More command points is a guaranteed must. Hmm. I'm tempted to grab one of these two. Improved sync lasers and improved pinch beams are both interesting choices. We actually have more titanium than we do Hyperium. What is our income? 12 versus 8. Tractor beams. Alright, so we're going to grab that for sure. Fleet cloaking and battle tactics. Or different battle tactics and fleet revealing. Ooh, this is actually really good. The flotilla shield provides shields for your entire flotilla. Anti-cloaking probably isn't going to be all that useful at the moment. I think we'll go ahead and grab that tech, and then I'll pick one more. I may also go ahead and grab both of these in the near future, just so we can upgrade those ships that we have and make future ones that we produce more viable. Alright, Deneb is down. I want to make sure I upgrade. So we want to do this first, and then as soon as this gets completed, we're going to do the other one. Actually, I want the desert first. Alright, so this is now owned by us. That's good. This system is almost full. Okay, 3D public printing probably. We could start actually building ships over here, and that wouldn't be a bad thing. Mir is a very, very good industry. It's got to be our most, right? 900? Yeah. Mir is probably the best system we have in terms of industry. So let's go ahead and upgrade our medium class ships. How do we want to outfit these guys? So this is the coordinator. The coordinator could use a handful of things. Increased chance to be targeted, and increased repairs during each phase. So that's interesting. More damage to you, but you repair in between phases. I kind of like that a lot. So we'll put that there. Go ahead and give you a ship engine. Defense-wise, we can throw down 2 holes and a shield. Offense-wise, I've got 2 slots. I definitely want at least 1 set of guns. And then this other slot, I can put anything in. A ship that repairs 30% of its health between phases would be good, but we don't have enough antimatter to really run 2 of those. Maybe we'll just throw a set of lasers in here. These are actually pretty decent lasers for where we're at in the game right now. I could also throw another set of flat cannons just so we have more potential to shoot down missiles. Yeah, let's do that. More defense is probably the better choice. Alright, let's build a couple of those over here. How long are those going to take? I'm guessing not very long. Yeah, not very long at all. We are going to save this for the other system. We'll be able to do it next turn. Alright, don't need to move population yet. We've kind of already figured everything out over here for the time being. It's getting a lot to keep track of, that's for sure. One of these systems is eventually going to grab this. I'm not sure which one it is. We just grabbed this. I think if we move our hero anywhere, we're either going to move him to Estre or Perseus, because that one has the potential to grow. Or maybe Volans? This system's getting along real well now. Starting to fill up the population. Alright, I've got a probe that I can send that way. And then just keep moving this direction, I guess. We need to get a couple more scouts made. Maybe I can... Well, this one is a scout. Yeah, we completely removed that. So that's now gone. We've gotten rid of their colony that was here. There's a very good chance that we'll get attacked for that at some point. But until then, we can just sit here and keep anybody from grabbing it. I actually kind of want to move off of it and start heading over here because we're real close. This fleet is real close. It is literally one turn away from being on top of that system. We are 2 turns away from being on top of that system. And now's maybe a good turn to go ahead and do our
You're messing with the smart
declaration of war. And we'll see where we're at. So now we're building medium-class ships. We've declared war. We're going to start an invasion over here, or at least a siege.
Yeah, we can see how that might help end this war sooner, but we still win at science.
I don't think you win at science. I'm just saying. I think we probably win at science at this point. Alright, I don't need that pinned up there, but what is another quest that might need to be pinned up there? That one, I don't... This one's actually pretty reasonable. This one, I don't really care about, so let's pin that one up. Keep an eye out for fertile planets, that'll be a reminder for me. Alright, I now have 10. Yeah, we totally got, we've totally got a pirate mark on us. Somebody had to put a pirate mark on us. The other thing that this could be, and I didn't think about it till just now, this could be vaulters. These could be sneaky vaulters. That's a lot of pirates to not be vaulters. Yeah, we're gonna have to start building more ships more quickly here. Let's go ahead and put just a couple more of these up here. It'll take us a little time to get them, but not a ton. Oh yeah, that's part of that quest. What was that quest? Mizar. 498. How are we not already accomplishing this? I don't know. It could be. It could be. This is worrisome now that I know, I remember that the Vaulters are over here. This might not be pirates at all, or a pirate mark. It could literally be the Vaulters trying to take us over. And that can be very problematic. We've got a few turns of defense here, so we've got a little bit of time, but not a ton. Yeah, putting that war on the Sophons may have been a hair premature. I think we'll be okay, though. Alright, so we should be able to get this done here pretty soon. Once we get that taken care of, we can enact that that special jam command things that makes it really easy for us to do an invasion. Mizar is filled up again, so we want to pull some population off of here. And where do I want to send these? We can send them to Deneb. That'd be good. We have a new trading company already. So we'll want to build that here shortly. I'm not going to spend all my dust on this, but I will eventually. Okay, we did get this. And we got Chameleon Spaces, which gives us the Planet Cracker and the Sludge Center. Neither of which are very good. Set an outpost on Sable or reach Pollux in less than 10 turns. Bombers are way better than fighters at this point in the game, especially. We definitely have the best copy maker in the galaxy. Plasma bombers actually can be really, really good, and we do have some adamantium or antimatter, whatever this resource is. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Setting an outpost on Sable was kind of something we were probably going to eventually do anyways. That being said, who builds the... Maybe Artemis. Build me a beautifier. Oh yeah, and while you're at it, let's go ahead and send a couple of Horatio elsewhere. I don't really care about this population anymore because he can't grow. So we'll put him back on the planet for the time being. Alright, you can also go to Deneb. The red player has already won 10 battles. Yeah, those have to be Vaulters. That really sucks. Alright. This fleet can attack their fleet, which I think we should totally do. Though I'm a little worried because I don't think we have any medium class ships in this So maybe this was the bad idea. I think the closest we are is 4 of 6, so we can't splice yet. Chamber, a chamber. Yeah, I don't know if we can beat these guys. If I can fight this fleet, but I don't think we get to choose. They get to choose, and they're going to pick this one, which is 2 medium class ships. What are they outfitted with? They have a lot of missiles. Just a crap ton of missiles. Alright. We need to move off. I'm gonna have to wait for those medium class ships to get over here. We'll have to reorganize our fleet if we can. They're not attacking us, which is curious to me. Alright, I've got a beautifier over here. Why do I have a beautifier over here? Huh. I guess I was using it to grab Kerr? That makes sense, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something here. None of our ships are particularly bad except for those, these ones. Which, I guess at this point, we're just gonna... I can't push them off of here yet. I've got one of these upholders done. We need to get a second trade route going. Well... I wanted it to be in Canis, but I think we're going to actually put it in Deneb. First things first, that needs to be moved to the top of the queue. Yeah. And then we'll need to build the trade headquarters somewhere that creates a good trade route. So our original headquarters is here. We want this second headquarters to be somewhere far away from the subsidiary, which is here. So if I put the second trade headquarters here and then build the second subsidiary here, we'll get 2 long trade routes that way and 1 that way. That makes a good... That seems like a good one. Good way to go. How fast can I get that done? Alright, we'll finish that, then we'll get this done. Then we'll start building the ships. Volans is going to start building ships now. In order to deal with all those missiles, we're going to need some ships that can shoot missiles down. Let's look at our weapons. I think the way that we handle this is something like this. I think this will work. So let's build an upholder and a couple of weapons. Build 2 upholders and a couple of weapons. 3, 6. Okay. That'll be a pretty reasonable fleet. And I want to get off of that system as quickly as I can, because I need medium-class ships in order to engage them. We're not going to be able to take over this without medium-class ships, unfortunately. But we have some being made, so... Alright, we got out of there. That was good. We now have more command points. That's also good. All of these things are fine. Heroes are leveling up. What do we got? +2 deposit value on luxuries. +4 per original empire population. +4 per population on planets. That's just a lot of food. Probably more than we need. Minus 20% overpopulation. Let's just go with industry and continue to crank stuff out faster. We're gonna need fleets quickly now. And this is, I'm getting close to needing to micromanage a lot of these systems. Like, I really should be moving population off of planets like this and onto ones like this. But it's going to be hard to do. And actually, Canis is really in a bad spot right now because we're being blockaded. Fortunately, our population is growing. Which is getting some of this stuff done relatively quickly. That doesn't really help me yet. I could start building ships here as well. What do these ships look like? Again, all missiles, right? So we build a couple of upholders. I can only build one because of the antimatter. I guess we'll just go with that for now, and he's locked for one more turn, and then I can move him again. Alright, we successfully hacked Othero. I'll create another backdoor in that system. And then I can't hack this way because I haven't seen what's over there yet. I guess we'll just hack like this and start putting sleepers down or something.
We don't care what you...
Where is this at? Oh, hey, look, those ships finally showed up. Yeah, we're just gonna attack with these. They're gonna get destroyed, but they might do some damage on the way out. Turtle's probably the best. And we'll just go ahead and not watch this. But we do see that these are indeed enemy camouflage failed in battle. They have been identified and uncovered by another empire. So we could see that these are actually the Vaulters. Now I might be able...
Let us see if we can trust your words.
They're not going to declare peace with us, but I'm just curious how far off we are from getting peace. Even with peace, they can still attack us with pirates. And even though we know it's a Vaulter player, we don't get told which player. We just get told that it's a Vaulter player. That way, if there's more than one Vaulter... So we can't even yell at them to stop attacking us, unfortunately. I can't close my borders on them. This is really bad, actually. I mean, I guess we could start increasing diplomatic pressure on them. I know one thing we could do.
We will always talk if you got dust.
We can buy a
You do
pirate
have some.
mark. And we can send that pirate mark onto one of their systems and hopefully pull these guys off of us. It looks like they have ships over there and over here. I guess we'll just put it on their home system.
The kin do not yet trust you, nor do I.
This target has a non-aggression standing, so we can't even use the pirate mark on them. But maybe we could use the pirate mark on these guys, tie them up, and let our fleets come down here and deal with the Vaulters. I guess that's what we're going to have to do.
I trust you no more than I would trust a clan merchant selling Kasai.
Well, we actually kind of survived that, it looked like. And then we got attacked. We'll just fight, because if we retreat, we're dead anyways. Yeah, and that's a Drakkar, but we can see... It looks like it's rocking lasers. So that's important to know.
This is the direct result of your I trust you no more than I would trust a clan merchant.
Boy, they're really trying to hard. So Vaulters are going hard in the paint against us. This is interesting. If I hadn't just declared war on these guys, I would totally just switch it up, but I can't even undeclare war easily. Well, maybe I can, I don't know.
Careful. You're messing with the smart ones.
Yeah, they're not interested in a truce. We haven't done enough to them militarily to get a truce. They've already got another one of these over here. Alright, Kerr's going to go ahead and drop on this planet and get the antimatter. Pay that. This fleet, I guess we're traveling this direction and going the long way around. I don't know, it's going to take us forever. Until I can move my hero, there's not much else I can do about it. Alright, we got some new guns and the sim camp. Yeah, we are definitely going to be building lots of ships here very, very soon. Unfortunately, I can't build a lot of these ones that I put the antimatter on, so we may actually have to change that ship design here shortly. But advanced fusion power, this is going to give us some really good kinetics, particularly the guns, which are going to help us deal with all of the missiles that we seem to be seeing on enemy ships. That's going to help a lot. Actually, what I need to do, what I should have done several turns ago, is get these guys moving. We need to start amassing a force on Deneb. And I need to check here where... Man, they've stacked 13 ships up over here now. I don't think we want to build that here. If anything, maybe we just build a bunch of weapons. Because I'm not going to get any use out of any of that stuff. Predictive logistics will give us 60 industry. It's going to take 3 turns. I think that's worthwhile, but then we just build maybe a bunch of these ships. And then just start throwing them at the enemy and see what we can do to soften them up a little bit.
Come eat.
Alright, so I think this is probably about where we're going to stop here in just a second. I need to kind of collect my bearings. It's been about 2 hours. I don't want to get too many more turns in. I think I'll go maybe one more turn. We did a good number of turns today. But I want to take a moment, regroup, go back over this game, and figure out exactly what it is I want to do. Because I think my current plan and my current thought process is distract these guys as long as possible without actually getting in a fight. Build a fleet, send it to Deneb, take back Canis, which we're probably going to end up losing. But we might be able to get it back very quickly. And this might be one of the few times where I actually use the strategic retreat ability, which really slows down their ability to conquer a system and get full control over it. And that will allow me a chance to actually have the time to mass a big enough fleet to tear through these 13 freaking ships. Because they got a lot of stuff down here, but it all looks pretty weak. It's just like all this, yeah. I don't know. We can tell these are mercenaries, yeah. We'll see what we can do. But that's going to be our best bet, I think. I've got this beautifier I need to get moving to Sable. So we'll get that taken care of, and that'll be a good place to stop. I'm just going to launch that probe down that way for the moment. Oh yeah, we're going to totally frickin' blockade and blow your ass to hell. And then I'm going to send this fleet just to get some value out of them. We'll try to push this outpost off again. Yeah, in this situation we definitely will. We also have the first of these ships, and I can actually send them over here and set up a blockade there. So even if they retreat this direction, they're dead. If they retreat that direction, maybe the Sophons will kill them for us. If they retreat this direction, we can blockade this system, which we will be doing, and maybe finish them off with the ships we have in that fleet. But yeah, that scout needs to die. That's annoying. Where am I sending this probe? Maybe just out that way towards our system. Maybe catch something in between. And this scout is just about finished with this part of the galaxy. So I guess we head over here and then finish scouting this lane over here. And then maybe try and get over here and see what blue has left. But I think I'm actually going to go ahead and wrap this up right now, because we're pretty far into this video. This is as good a spot as any. I've already managed to grab this guy. He'll hit Sable. We won't forget to deal with him when he gets there. And then this guy, yeah, we're just blockading, right? Yeah. Okay. So, pretty good episode so far. We definitely established our trade routes, and we got a lot of income coming in. I can enhance that. In fact, let's do that before I leave. So, we can sell a bunch of stuff again if we wanted to. At the marketplace, I can sell like 100 of this and like 40 of this. And then luxury rob wise, we can sell that. Alright, so then back to here. And I've got enough to put in more of these. Alright. So now we have 2 trade routes, bringing in a lot of money, and that'll accelerate the next one, which then accelerates the next one. We do need to get a second subsidiary down, and I wanted to build that here. I don't know how quickly that's going to get done. 11 turns. That's probably fine. I might move it up to here. That way we won't forget about it. Alright. And so, yeah. I think this is a good place to stop. I've said that like 6 times now, but this is actually the time to stop. So we'll come back, turn 70, and transition from our war with the Sophons that never actually materialized into a war with the Vaulters. I think we can very easily stop this war if we manage to keep Canis and if we take their capital. This system is going to be incredibly well developed, just because of the Vaulters' golden age and the amount of resources they get. So, plus, I think, does this have a couple fertile worlds? No. There's one fertile world here. That's one of the 4 we need to finish our quest, so that might be one of the 4 we end up taking. But, yep, this is a good place. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time. You guys have a great night.